Morning and welcome. It's the 5th of May and it's just after 8 o'clock, so just after the UK Open. And I start off with the AUD USD. This has fallen again this morning and or overnight. I've gone out of this trade basically because I wanted to concentrate on the euro. Plus, what it's been doing, it's been having 2 or 3 candles down and then 2 or 3 candles up. So we've come down onto support at the moment, and I think it might just pop back up. We've broken out of the triangle just at the south here, and if we go below the 30.9, it's gonna stay going shorting. There we go. Euro JPY. This had a terrific candle up yesterday. It actually broke through resistance. It's come back down. I'm surprised at how this has gone up. This is probably out of all the euro positions. This is probably one of the best at the moment to get back in. When we see the RSI fall below the 69.1. Depending how it cuts the line, depending on the angle that it goes through, I might put some more on top of that. Might even take out some of the bottom ones and put something heavy in at the top. Euro USD, same story. It had that big candle up yesterday. It went up to resistance. It's probably got to shake. It had a lot of shorts on it. It's probably got to shake some of the shorts. Excuse me, shake some of the shorts out. You know, I mean, it might have another little pop up today. I just don't know. Same story. Whoops, the daisies. That's nearly better. There we go. Same story on the euro, New Zealand dollar. It's even fallen in the last 10 minutes as I've been talking. So again, we'll see what happens with that tomorrow. Sorry, today. GB AUD, that's had a lovely, this has been a lovely trend. I missed getting in just here. I thought it might go down to the blue line, but there you go. AUD CHF, same story. I'll try and get the formula for you for why it was the best short. Somebody I know, they work all these figures out, and just happened to be talking to them, and they said it was the best short on the board, according to the commitment of traders. The RSI is just going below the 30.9, and this should confirm a downward trend until it pops back up above the 30.9. But that should be quite a nice trade. S&P 500, this hasn't done a lot. As I said, it stopped. The RSI has stopped in this channel here. It's slightly going down a little bit, but it'll just continue sideways motion. Here we go. AUD CAD. This has it's come down here onto a little bit of support, but we've had a big fall in the price of the oil, which is going to be hurting the Canadian dollar. So you know, I'm surprised that this is actually held. It showed the weakness in the Australian dollar. Was more or less as good as the weakness in the Canadian dollar, but I think this will fall through eventually. We've just come down onto the 50 line on the RSI, and I hope we're going to cut that, get down the bottom. I've got my stop in at the top here, but we'll see how that goes. Silver. This has been a wonderful trade for us. Got a little bit of strength in it today, but I mean not much. It's coming down onto support, so it might bounce around a little bit, but I think it's going to go down a bit more. So I'm holding into this trade. I bought my stops down. They're well back. They're actually back behind this resistance here. So we will see what happens. I mean, we're below the 30.9 on the RSI. So as long as it stops down there, I'm hanging in. USD JPY. We've had a couple of days weakness on this pair. It's gone below the 69.1, so that's basically sideways action, and we started to turn down on the stochastic, so might be looking for a little bit more strength in the yen and push lower on this one. We had a nice long candle yesterday up. That was really good, and we've got another candle today. I'm really pleased about this because I was struggling a bit with this trade, but I think this is going to do quite nicely for us. I'm going to move this trend line. I try not to move trend lines if I can help it, because once you've put them in, really, you've put them in, and we'll put that yeah, about there. What upset this a little bit with the trend line was that silly speech by President Trump about the treaty that he's going to do. So there you go. USD CAD. The strength in this has been terrific. It's looking really as nice as the silver trade. So anyway, this is going long. It's just crossed the trend line, but it's above the well above the 69.1. This is just going to continue up until it breaks that line. And again, the oil, absolutely fabulous. It's come down yesterday, massive big candle we had yesterday. It's come down. This is just a little bit of support that it's finding here. So it's below the 30.9. As long as it stays there, it's going to continue going down. Excellent, right? So thank you all so much for watching, and thank you for all your likes and your subscriptions, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Thank you. Bye. Hello, right. The commitment of traders for the euro. This is the graph, and sorry about these squiggly lines, but they are sort of the best I can do with what's available on this program. From this peak about 15 months ago, the commitment of traders were as bearish as they have been for a long time, and gradually they moved up to this peak here, and you know, we missed this. It can lag a little bit, but basically it moved up to this peak here, and now we've moved down to this position here, and they are as bearish as they have been, and even more so for the last 15 months. And I just hope that sort of clarified it for some people who've been asking questions, and I've not been able to get hold of them. Well, thanks for your comments, and keep them coming. I'll try and answer them as best I can. But I hope that clarifies it. And that, for me, you know, the commitment of traders does really tell a story, but it can be a lagging indicator a little bit. So you can overshoot. But generally, if you hang into your trades, it will come right. Thank you very much for watching. Much appreciated. And see you again tomorrow. Bye now.